Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm joined by Rachael, who will be interviewing me in English about my work as a medium. Rachael is a friend of mine, and she will be asking me a few questions today. Hello, Rachael.
Hello, Angelique.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for being here with us today. You can start.
Right, so Angelique, for those who don't know you yet, could you tell us who you are and what you do as a medium?
So my name is Angelique. I'm a medium, and I act as a channel between the world of subtle energies, we would say, for example, the spirits of your deceased loved ones, and the physical world where we live in. I mainly specialize in connecting with departed loved ones, but I also do many other things as a medium.
All right, so what other things do you do?
So I do animal communication, personal guidance, and as well energy cleansing, both for homes and people.
So how did you first discover you were a medium?
So I think I've always been a medium. When I was a child, I was always speaking about death, but it was a very sensitive topic, both in society or in my family. So I decided to stop speaking about it, and I shut it down. I focused on school, I worked very hard, and I had a very long career as an executive. But in 2018, after a health issue, everything came back. So I started to feel presences around me. I started to hear a kind of voice during a training session. A woman was speaking to me in my ear, and I could smell perfume in my living room when there was nobody around. So everything came back in 2018, and I've been a professional medium since 2023.
Okay, well, so how would you describe your abilities?
So I would say that all my clair senses are open. So the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, the clairsentience, the claircognizance, which means that, so the clairvoyance, it means that when I do a session, my eyes are closed during the whole session because I can see like a film on my eyelids, on my closed eyelids. For example, if you want to connect with your departed loved one with me, I will see him on my closed eyes, like a movie at the cinema. So he will probably show me a special, how do you say that, object in his hands, or maybe a special cloth he was wearing, or a personality, or a smile, or maybe he will be angry or whatever. So I can see him moving on my closed eyelids. I can hear as well. So it's the clairaudience, I can hear. So it's not like a voice, it's like a thought which come into my mind, but it's not my thought. I can smell as well. For example, I will smell cigarette or gas or perfume or whatever. So of course, it's not a smell that you will smell when you're with me. It's a smell that comes from the beyond, from the deceased person. He will show me a smell, so that we can identify him. I can taste. Sometimes I got deceased persons, or rather departed loved ones, who offered me a cake during a session, and I could taste. It's very difficult to describe, I'm sorry, but I could taste honey. Sometimes they make me eat sweets, or many things like that. I can feel presences, I can feel their emotions. So if your departed loved one really, really loves you, so I will feel a very big love in my whole body. So that's the way I receive the information.
Wow, that's incredible. So what does a typical session with you look like?
So I see my clients either at home in France, but also online through WhatsApp or Messenger, for example. So it lasts for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. So the day of before the day, for example, if you want to connect with a departed loved one, I will ask you for a photo. I will print the photo, and the day of the appointment, I will start getting prepared for half an hour before I contact you for example, online. So I will relax, I will meditate, and I will start receiving some information. Then I contact you and I share with you all the details I received, and you will say, yes, this is my departed loved one. And I will carry on, I will reconnect with him, and I will share with you all the information he sends me. And then if you want to, you can ask me questions. I mean, you can ask him or her questions, and she or he will answer.
Okay. So any questions you can ask? It's just what you feel on the moment. Are there questions sometimes that don't get answered?
Yeah, for example, when there was a secret or something that you mustn't know, they will not answer. Or if the client is too curious, for example, because there are people who are here just to have details, they are very curious. So in general, they won't receive as much as they want, because they will be disappointed, because the beyond doesn't share the information when you're too curious. You can ask any question, actually. You can ask him whether he's okay.
Yeah,
whatever you
that's
want.
what we want to know, basically.
Sorry?
Isn't it? That's what we want to know, basically.
Yes, exactly.
So important. Okay, and so is there a particular method or tool you like to work with, such as maybe cards or energy reading or your guides?
So for animal communication and connection with deceased people, of course, I don't use cards, but for personal guidance, I might use cards. I've got a lot of cards. But I prefer to do the whole session with my eyes closed and to share the information I get directly. I think it's faster.
Okay, and that's, yeah, it's just your ability, in fact, to connect and get information. As you said, you can see and smell. So, yeah. What has been the most surprising or powerful experience you've had as a medium?
So I think it's when a departed loved one physically intervenes on your computer, for example. He uses technology to show he's here, and that's incredible.
So what happened? Can you say a bit more?
Well, it happened a couple of times, and once it was a young man who, after the session, maybe 3 weeks after the session, it was about around midnight, I was working on internet, on Facebook, in my living room, I think. Dining room, yes. Everybody was sleeping here. And suddenly I saw Facebook being minimized and Word opened. But it's strange because my hands were not on the mouse, so it's as if somebody had taken physically the mouse and was moving the mouse, and I could see the mouse moving, the Facebook being minimized, and then the word coming. And then I saw the mouse going into, I don't know how to say that, sessions.
Yeah.
He was clicking. And then I saw the face of the young guy in front of me, which was absolutely impossible, because when you send me a picture after the session, I delete the picture. I don't, I put it on Word. I print it. And then when the session is over, I close Word, I don't save, and I delete the picture. So it was in, well, I can't explain that because I'm not an IT person, but it was like stored in a file, in a bin, and it came back. But you need to click on several buttons so that it comes back.
Because I checked.
Yeah, because I checked afterwards. And actually in this bin, there was only his picture and a few documents that had nothing to do with mediumship. So it was just incredible. And I was quite scared at the beginning, because I saw his face coming, and he had a big smile and he was looking at me. And then I laughed, because I thought, okay, he's just intervening physically to show me he's here. so that I can transmit the message to my client.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. So what kind of people usually come to you?
So the people who come to me, most of the people who come to me want to connect with their departed loved ones. And they want me to help them going through their grieving process.
What do you think people misunderstand the most about mediumship?
I think that's most of the people think that mediums know everything about everything. So, which is completely false. And if you don't answer one of their questions, they will say, oh, he is a charlatan or whatever. So it's a word that you always hear after the word medium, you hear charlatan.
Yeah, it's true. It's often the case, yeah.
But we don't know everything. And once I was in a fair and a lady came to me and she took my visit card and she saw medium. She threw it away and she got very angry and I said, what's going on? How can I help you? And she said, all mediums are charlatans. And I said, why do you say that? And it was so funny because she explained, she said, one day I went to see a medium and after the session, he asked me for my email address. And I said, and you don't want to share your email address? She said, no, it's not the problem. The problem is that he should have known my email address because he's a medium. And I told her, hey, wait, we don't know the email addresses or the telephone numbers of the people who come to see us. It's crazy. It's completely false.
Okay, they have the vision of maybe a crystal ball where you could just read everything like in the movies or something. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's things that need to be clarified about the beautiful path it is, in fact. So how do you help your clients feel safe and comfortable during a session?
Well, to make my clients feel safe and comfortable, I would say I turn on my fountain. I offer them a drink. I was about to show you. It's not the thing I offer, but I offer them a drink. I've got my dog just next to me. He's here, Charlie. It's called Charlie. I will light some incense, some candles, and they feel comfortable. Of course, you can't do that online. It's not possible. But before each appointment, I always take a few minutes with a person online to introduce myself and to explain how the session will work, so that they have time to digest and to think, okay, I'm too scared, I'm not going to go to see her. Or yes, I want to confirm my appointment. So in 99% of the cases, people are happy to see me before the appointment and they carry on. But of course, there are always a few people who are feeling stressed about going to see a medium, and I understand that.
Yeah, I guess the first time it makes you nervous. You don't know what to expect, or you're not used to having conversations with the departed ones. It's just so new for most people, in fact.
It's even difficult to explain because I understand that it might sound just crazy, but it's difficult to explain.
Yeah, or you could feel skeptical,
I understand that.
It's true, yeah. So are there areas you prefer to avoid?
Yes, I don't like to answer health questions because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a vet. So I prefer not to answer those questions. And as well, a couple of times I was asked something like, hey, I don't like my mother-in-law. Can you please tell me when she will die? So that I don't answer those kinds of questions. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I get that. When it's the intentions are pure or good.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy the most about this path?
What I enjoy the most, I would say, is when people are happy and peaceful after a session. And that makes me feel very good afterwards.
Okay. So, Angelique, where can people follow your work or book a session with you?
So you will find all my links, Facebook, Instagram, etc., under this video. And I'm also finishing my website. It will be ready soon, so I will share it on my Facebook and all my networks.
So, Angelique, thanks a lot for replying to these questions. It's really interesting, and we look forward to seeing your website really soon.
So, Rachel, thank you very much for interviewing me, and I see you soon. Thank you very much.
Soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.